Claire, you said that this particular piece was something absolutely extraordinary. Can you explain us why you said that?
For me personally, it's the best example of its type that's on the market. It's better than the examples in the museums. It has a power that belies its size, and having been in the trade for 29 years, it's my favourite object ever. It just speaks to me personally, and it speaks to everybody else when they see it. It's the elegance, the simplicity of the form, everything about it, for me personally, is perfection.
Can you take it in your hands and show it to her? Because
Certainly.
I'm sure that you will enjoy this. So what makes it really particular?
Every angle works perfectly. It has the most exquisite silhouette. If you look at it from forwards, either side, all the proportions work perfectly, and it's just the most beautiful object. And to be able to hold it is a very rare treat. It's intact, there's no damage. All you have is the patination of age. There's nothing broken, there's nothing restored. It's just a stunningly beautiful object.
So what is the story behind the object?
This is a Greek geometric period, and it's a Laconian type, which means it was basically made around the area of Sparta. Sparta was the capital of Laconia. And it would have been made for a warrior, a wealthy nobleman, for whom the horse was incredibly important. This dates from the 8th century BC, so it's before the time of the hoplites and the foot soldiers, so the horse was supreme. The chances are it was made and taken away from Sparta by one of the noblemen, and it would have been dedicated in a sanctuary anywhere in Greece. It would have been offered as a thanks to the gods for prayers being answered, or as an appeal to the gods. So we don't know exactly where it was found, but we do know that it was made, say, in the southern Peloponnese around Sparta.
What is it made for? Is it bronze?
It's bronze, yes. Also, the detail, I mean, it's very simple, incredibly simple, except at the bottom you have this amazing cutout, open work base, which we think is probably meant to represent the rocky terrain of the area. So even that element is stylized, but everything else is just pared down to the absolute minimum.
What is the reason, upon your opinion, why people are totally stuck by this object? What is the reason?
It's almost impossible to explain. It's quiet. It's got a calm serenity. I can't really explain why it speaks to me as it does, but I've had other people moved to silence, if not tears, by it, because, as I say, the scale of it is such, it's very intimate. And yes, it is horse, essence of horse.
So it's of course something that it's very unusual to find.
Very unusual to find. I mean, as I said, this is the best example of its type that's come on the market, certainly that I've ever seen. The Met Museum in New York has 5 or 6 horses, all very good, of different types. They have great examples, but there is nothing quite as good as this. You get another form, Greek geometric form, is Corinthian, but that has more muscle, and the proportions are just not as elegant as these Laconian. And as I say, this particular example is just magnificent.
So you have no idea where it was made?
Well, we do know that they were made and carried and left as votive offerings. So we do know the reason for them, and they're very particular to this quite relatively short amount of time in Greek history. shortly after these were at their peak, the horse became less important. There was more, battle was more democratic. It was the hoplites, it was the foot soldiers became important. But at this time, it was the noble warriors who could afford a magnificent horse, a real one and a model.
Thank you, Claire, to have shared with us this spirit of the horse.
It's an absolute pleasure.
It's wonderful to see how moved you still are looking at it.
It does move me. And I say, I can't really explain why, but it's just a very, very beautiful object.